Welcome to the 26th annual Bids for Kids. My name is Vera Jimenez, your host for this evening. You may know me as the meteorologist for the KTLA 5 News, but what you might not know is that I am a proud member of the board of directors for the Boys and Girls Clubs of the LA Harbor. Okay, on to this evening's program. Tonight, you'll see how the Boys and Girls Club of the LA Harbor has been doing whatever it takes to help our children, no matter the circumstances, from Bookstore on Wheels to Weekend Wellness and College Bound to our after-school programming. You'll see how our kids rely on the programs that you'll be supporting. You'll be hearing from kids, families, and so many more who have been impacted by the club's work. Okay, so let's start the evening off right with a word from our Chief Executive Officer, Mike Lansing.
Hello everybody. Tonight you'll be hearing about some of our outstanding programs, including College Bound, our after-school programming, Weekend Wellness, and Bookstore on Wheels, just to name a few. Obviously this last year has been unprecedented, so I truly want to thank all of you who have sponsored our kids and our organization during this time as we've pivoted and done things we've never done before to do whatever it takes for those who need us most.
Mike has tirelessly led the club through the COVID-19 pandemic. With his leadership, the club continues to do whatever it takes to support our kids where they need us the most. With schools and libraries closed, the club's transportation program halted. So Mike decided to transform our school bus into a bookstore on wheels. Let's take a look at how the club encouraged kids to read during the pandemic.
When the pandemic hit and our transportation program had to be put on pause, the club had a great idea. Here's CEO Mike Lansing to tell you more about our bookstore on wheels.
Hi everybody, here at Hawaiian Avenue Elementary School in Wilmington with another one of our book bus distributions for the elementary school students here at Hawaiian Avenue. While schools were closed last year, we decided to pivot once again and start Bookstore on Wheels. Obviously we weren't using our buses because students weren't in school to bus them to the clubhouse. So we decided to convert one of our buses into a bookstore where we bought 50,000 new books last year to distribute to students throughout the harbor area. This year, we needed to use our buses every day to transport students. So we reached out to Amazon and asked if they would consider allowing one of their vehicles to transport the books to our schools each week. So Amazon's been a great partner, has allowed us to keep Bookstore on Wheels going, and you see the students behind us. It's great that they're going to get new books here today and every week at a school in the LA Harbor area. This is a great partnership with LAUSD and especially with Amazon, who comes out each week, provides the Amazon vehicle to transport the books to each of the schools that we are supporting throughout the LA Harbor area. And Amazon's just been a great partner in this project and also as a title sponsor to our Bids for Kids event. So thank you so much, Amazon, for your fantastic support. Bookstore on Wheels is just a great program providing free books in the hands of students all over the schools in San Pedro, Wilmington, Harbor City, Harbor Gateway, and Lomita. So thanks again, Amazon. Congratulations, and thank you for being our title sponsor and our partner on Bookstore on Wheels.
Like Mike said, this great program allows kids all over the LA Harbor area to have access to free books to take home and read. This fall, with school back open, the club has been partnering with LAUSD to distribute over 1,000 books every week on school campuses. Kania Mendez, LAUSD's Healthy Start Navigator, talks about how bringing these resources directly to school campuses is impacting our youth.
This program, Bookstore on Wheels, is actually an awesome program to have, and it's an awesome program to bring to the kids because of all the benefits it has. Like I said, it's going to enrich their learning and it's going to enrich their reading, which a lot of children, definitely need. During COVID, we've actually, a lot of kids got impacted because they didn't have any access to, to the libraries, they didn't have access to the school. So a lot of the kids, unfortunately fell a little bit behind. because of COVID. But hopefully, bringing out these resources to the schools is going to definitely help them out, and it's going to definitely enrich their learning. So I feel really great about collaborating with the Boys and Girls Club. This is a great event to bring out to the schools. It's really going to benefit the kids. We're going to be providing them with a great resource for them to have at home and to be able to read, with their parents, or just kind of have something to read at home.
There's no doubt that the staff and parents love this program, but the kids do too. Here's 5th grader Julio to tell you more about his experience with this new program.
My favorite part of the book bus is when they donate to our schools. It feels helpful, and maybe some of us need books so much, and maybe some of our classes. You could learn how to read more, and they help you out if you need some more books and if you want to have some. Sometimes I'll read it to my little brother before he goes to sleep, and he likes it. It was useful for the summer because I already had any books, and you know how with the virus you can't go to libraries, schools, and they're all closed for your safety, so it was helpful for our school to get more books. It was really cool for the club to donate some books to our school. We really needed some, and we couldn't go anywhere else to get books because the libraries were closed and there was no schools open.
But we couldn't do this without partners like Amazon. Supporters like Amazon's Community Operations Manager, Kat Pye, are making a huge difference in the lives of kids just like Julio.
We have a program called Access, and it's a way for us to give back to our communities on a very hyper-local level by using our transportation services. So what we're able to do is pick up goods and donated items from point A and deliver them to point B for the communities that need them. So it's so important for us, being such a big company, to give back, and also just to be a good neighbor to those communities that Amazon operates in. So Amazon has so many different groups within it that gives at different levels. So whether it's sponsorships, volunteerism, etc. What's unique, what the community operations team is uniquely positioned to do is to give at a hyper-local level. So really embed ourselves in the community and have volunteers such as our delivery drivers get involved with the community as well. It's such a great opportunity for them to represent Amazon within their own communities and really give back that way as well. One of our main focuses is youth and education. So Boys and Girls Club makes such an impact to their communities by providing such a strong foundation in terms of resources with athletics, education, arts. So we really want to support any organization that has such a strong impact in the youth and education of the community.
Over this year, the Bookstore on Wheels has distributed over 50,000 books to kids in San Pedro, Wilmington, Harbor City, and Harbor Gateway. By providing free books to our youth, these kids have been able to read and grow in ways that they never thought possible.
Hello everyone, I'm Marie Lloyd, and I work for Amazon here in Los Angeles and across Southern California. More importantly, I'm a former member of the Boys and Girls Club. Boys and Girls Clubs have been making life better for America's youth since 1860, and the Boys and Girls Club of the LA Harbor is the pinnacle, the example of that, an example of service, of commitment, of how to change the world. My job at Amazon is to find the best ways to serve the communities in which we live and operate, and we are so proud to partner with you on the Bookstore on Wheels. Books are at the heart of our company, because books have the power to shape people's lives, and with programs like this, we can make sure every boy and girl has the tools to succeed. Because we all know young readers are better prepared for the jobs of today and tomorrow. And at Amazon, we believe in lifelong learning, which is why we pay for our frontline workers, all 750,000 of them, to get their high school diplomas, GEDs, ESL proficiencies, and the full cost of tuition, including books and fees. That is what our work is about. Thank you, Boys and Girls Club of the LA Harbor, for everything you do for our community. Just know that Amazon will be with you every step of the way.
Monica, please read out loud.
Our solar system is made up of
Could you spend 6 hours a day watching this? During the pandemic, many kids lost a year and a half of learning, and now they need us. With our after-school programs, more than 94% of our students have graduated and gone on to college instead of ending their education. Help us help them by calling 1-800-616-1616 and help our boys and girls to achieve the greatest accomplishment of graduating from school.
From helping kids read to supporting kids as they go to college, nowhere is the evidence of what your money can do more apparent than in our College Bound program.
This year's College Bound program was more impactful than ever, especially considering our class of 2021 was virtual for over a year and a half with very little access to their college counselors. But our College Bound case managers made sure they were available to our kids every step of the way how they navigated through the college admission process. Here's our College Bound case manager, Eduardo Vamaramos, with more about our College Bound program.
So College Bound is a teen youth service program that our main goal is to support high school students across the whole harbor area with high school graduation with a plan. Thankfully, because of this program, because what makes this so unique is the fact that not only do we have our weekly workshops, not only do we support students with shutdown and apply and resources, but it's that one-on-one intensive case management. Even during out this entire COVID pandemic, the Boys and Girls Club and the College Bound program have been here consistently supporting our students. Within those very first moments, not only did we continue motivating and continue to support our students because that's what matters to us most. We want to make sure that every student is walking away with high school graduation with a plan. We don't turn away every student. We help them secure every plan, whether that's the 2-year, 4-year, workforce, Army, anything in between. We're here to support them. We're here to engage them. Within the pandemic, we kicked off virtual resources, tutoring block. We supported the schools when counselors didn't really know how to engage with their students. We did Zooms, we did one-on-one sessions. We did everything we could to make sure that our classes were able to grow and flourish. And thankfully, we were able to still retain a 99% graduation rate. 90% of those students were attending a 2-4-year institution, and the other 10% were exploring the other opportunities, whether that's the workforce, whether that's the Army, military, or whatever was their plan for their future and what they wanted to do. Every time you come and join into our College Bound program, you're becoming part of our family. And thankfully this year that family has been able to grow to expand from not only just our harbor area to now supporting schools within the Los Angeles area, from Fremont, Dimely High School, Diego Rivera High School, to expand and be able to help kids reach higher, strive for more, and truly believe in themselves that it's their future, their choice, their education.
As Eddie said, we are so proud that our College Bound program supports our kids as they navigate through their future and accomplish things they never thought possible. Let's hear from one of our recent College Bound graduates from the College Bound class of 2021, who's currently a freshman at UC Davis, Kayla Wong.
I've been a part of the Boys and Girls Club for the past 4 years, and without this program, I wouldn't be the person I am today. This year has been especially challenging for the class of 2021. It was a school year that none of us could imagine. We started off taking Zoom classes with no face-to-face interaction, but the College Bound program at the Boys and Girls Club of the Los Angeles Harbor was here for us. Throughout this year, the College Bound staff has helped us with shutting down and applying, financial aid, weekly workshops, one-on-one meetings with case managers, as well as helping us with our essays. My favorite College Bound memory this year was coming on Saturday mornings and spending time working on my college applications with other case managers and students. Without College Bound, I would be lost in the process of applying to financial aid. I wouldn't be exposed to different scholarships that I could apply to, and just lost in the college application process in general. When I first came to College Bound, I was a freshman. I wasn't sure of what I wanted to do yet in terms of where I wanted to go to college, but through weekly workshops, the staff really exposed me to the different types of colleges, such as 2 years, 4 years, privates, etc., and they helped me figure out where I would like to be in the next 4 years. Eddie, one of the College Bound case managers, has really helped me during my senior year. He's helped me review all my applications before I submit them. He's helped me look over my essays, as well as introduce me to different scholarships I can apply to that fit me, like my financial situation. The staff at the Port Boys and Girls Club, they really want to see you succeed and achieve your dreams, so they do whatever they can in order to help you reach them. Because of College Bound, we're going to achieve our dreams.
Our class of 2021 was able to overcome so many obstacles to achieve their higher education. Because of your support, over 500 members of our class of 2021 are freshmen at schools all over the country. Our College Bound program has alumni at every UC, every CSU, privates such as USC and Tufts, Ivy League schools such as Princeton and Dartmouth, and so many more. Our kids leave high school with a plan for their future. We are hoping to bring this program to even more kids across all of California. Here's Tony Tripp with more.
This year has been especially challenging but also fulfilling because we were able to help 564 kids attend college this fall. Now we are looking to expand the program with a partnership with LAUSD in 5 new high schools in South Los Angeles. Now you may be thinking, wow, how are they going to do that? Well, if the pandemic has showed us anything, it's that we can do things digitally and reach a lot more people. So what we are doing is taking the College Bound program and splitting its 2 biggest components and making them digital. The first is its workshops. We're taking all of those workshops and we're putting them on a College Bound website. This website is going to be more like a portal where students can access every single one of our workshops, but also different types of resources when it comes to accessing funds for college, college selection, work studies, all these different types of things that they need information to get into college will be available to any student in any high school at any time. The other part of our College Bound program that we're digitizing is our case management program. Now, currently, our case management program looks like this, on a paper file. We're working with a company called Caseworthy to develop a digital case management system. This system will be used to digitize everything that we do when it comes to case management as far as tracking grades, recommending classes, all those things will be done digitally. And in fact, students will be able to access their case file via the portal, and also case managers will be able to converse with students via the portal. It's going to be an amazing tool, and we're hoping by the end of 3 years, we'll be able to reach over 3,000 more students with our College Bound resources.
With 99% of our College Bound seniors graduating on time and 90% of those attending college right now, our College Bound program truly ensures that every member has a post-high school plan. Over 548 members of our class of 2021 are in colleges and universities across the country right now, thanks to the support of our amazing case managers. And soon, they will be able to serve even more youth as they embark on the pathways to their future, their choice, and their education.
My name is Michael Colich, and I'm with Colich & Sons. Colich & Sons has stepped in to take over the Wilmington Athletic Complex for a short-term basis to make improvements as the sanitation district who owns the land and Los Angeles Recreation and Parks negotiating a long-term lease. We're partnered with the Boys and Girls Club on taking over the complex. Coming in, or the Boys and Girls Club, we definitely want to get it revamped so that the fields are actually, green and operational and they're level and teams feel comfortable playing on them, and we want to integrate the local community teams to be able to play here on these fields, not just like teams from outside the community. And Mike Lansing has been, fully supportive of this and pushing this initiative forward of making sure that the local community kids are the ones who are able to use the complex as we're making all the improvements. We've only been here for about 33 days, a little over a month, and already we've made drastic improvements, and we're starting to bring those local communities on as we've made the repairs. If the kids have access to them, to good fields, they will be used, we know for an absolute fact. And so it's about getting those fields to the point where they can be used to the full utilization for the benefit of the community. And that's what gives me, the joy of working here, as well as honestly, we've had local community members just constantly show up and offer their support and thank us for the work we're doing here because of how they have seen this facility treated over the past 30 years and where it's going to now. I consider the work in that Boys and Girls Club do more important than any other organization that I have personally had the opportunity of interacting with. Also, Boys and Girls Club has the ability to succeed where others failed. That's exemplified by their help with this Wilmington Athletic Complex. It would not have been possible without their help. I'm Michael Colich of Colich & Sons, and we are an extremely proud partner of the Boys and Girls Club of Los Angeles Harbor.
Now, as we all know, the families that the club serves have been through a lot. Many of our families are struggling just to keep food on the table. In answer to this need, the Boys and Girls Club of the Los Angeles Harbor has taken on the task of reducing food insecurity. Let's see how the club has gone above and beyond to make sure families are able to feed their children.
Without a doubt, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Los Angeles Harbor's Weekend Wellness Food Distribution Program has had a huge impact on families in the harbor area this past year. This new program was created in response to the economic crisis so many families were facing due to the pandemic. Here's one of our Weekend Wellness warriors with more.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Gudino. I am the high school site coordinator for the Wilmington Boys and Girls Club. And during the pandemic, we witnessed that there was a lot of food insecurities with a lot of our club families. And that's where this program, Weekend Wellness, started. We wanted to make sure that we were able to provide food for these families to last them from Friday all the way to Sunday evening. There's a lot of food programs, resources available Monday through Friday, but we saw that there wasn't anything over the weekend, and this is where the most need is. Majority of our families have other things to worry about, such as paying rent, paying childcare, and us being able to provide food over the weekend is one less thing that they have to worry about, and they don't have to be thinking about where their next meal is coming from, because the Boys and Girls Club gets to do that for these families. This program is not a one-man team. It takes a village to be able to put all this together, from making the phone calls to assembling the boxes every single week to distributing them. It takes a group of staff who love to do this and be able to make a difference in the community.
The basic premise of the Weekend Wellness program is to provide a family with enough food and meals from Friday evening through Sunday night. The club began our Weekend Wellness food distribution program on Friday, July 10th of 2020, serving 300 families with enough food for that weekend. But as the need grew, the program grew with it. Currently, we are serving over 1,200 families every week. That's over 40,000 meals distributed every Friday across our 4 distribution sites at our Port Club in San Pedro, Wilmington Club, Sherrill Green Club in Harbor City, and our Harbor Hills Club in Lomita. Although this program has great impact on our budget, the club continues to do whatever it takes to support the community, because no one should have to worry about where their next meal is coming from. Let's hear from one of our families about what this program means to them.
6 years ago, we moved into the community. I enrolled my grandkids at Freeze Elementary and found out about the Boys and Girls Club because I had no clue. And I came that Friday, which happened to be the last day of enrollment. And since then, they have just been a godsend from me, to helping with the kids' homework after school, to getting my kids into sports. But they've been there for me for everything, you know. And then when the pandemic hit, and then with the grab and go meals and, you know, helping with that, because, you know, I was afraid to go out too much. So when they gave me the food and the boxes, they just helped me a great deal. And they've just been to everything. I don't know if I would have been able to survive the past 5 years, and definitely the pandemic, without their help, because they've just been like a second family to me and my kids. Weekend Wellness was a godsend, because I would come home, you know, knowing that, okay, well, at least I've got the wellness coming, you know, on Friday, so I can, you know, make my meals accordingly and deal with whatever I had. And they sometimes made a difference if we were going to have something to eat, you know, the whole week, or if I would be, you know, skipping a meal for me, you know, so that they would eat, or what have you. But if I didn't have those boxes coming in, I don't know how I would have made it through the pandemic without those boxes. And, you know, if I could just tell anybody, anything you can do to give to help them, whether financial or donating items, it really, really helps. And I know myself as a parent and grandmother, I'm very appreciative of whatever you can do to help them, because they've been a great help to me.
On Friday, May 21st, 2021, the Weekend Wellness program reached a huge milestone by serving its 1 millionth meal. And we aren't stopping anytime soon. The club has made this decision to continue the Weekend Wellness program for another fiscal year. But we can't do this without amazing Weekend Wellness partners like Phillips 66. Here's Phillips 66's Public Affairs and Community Relations Advisor, Juliana Moreno, with more.
Phillips 66, Los Angeles Refinery, and Midstream support the Boys and Girls Club because we believe in supporting education initiatives that are building communities. But beyond that, we are so happy to be able to support a program like Weekend Wellness, because it brought much needed resources to a community during a time of need. The pandemic presented to be challenging for everyone, but especially those in communities that really support families primarily from the service industry. A lot of our families and kids experience so many different challenges that food is really a basic necessity where we know we could have made a difference. The Weekend Wellness Program brought that. We are happy and honored to be able to support such an important program. When the Boys and Girls Club initially launched the Weekend Wellness Program, it brought a much needed resource to the South Bay. We were able to start with 300 families and fortunately increase it to 1,200 families that were benefiting from the Weekend Wellness Program. This is in part due to your support. Phillips 66 is a proud sponsor of the Boys and Girls Club for the work that they do in the community, particularly around STEM education. However, we know that we needed to support Boys and Girls Club Weekend Wellness Program during the challenging time because that is what the community needed. So thank you for your support and thank you for making a difference and thank you for stepping in during this challenging time. Phillips 66 is a proud sponsor of the Boys and Girls Club because we believe in building our communities and we believe in supporting the communities where we work. We want to see our communities thrive and we strongly believe in making an impact one program at a time.
As you can see, this program shows that it takes a village to ensure every child and family in our community has enough to eat. A huge thank you to all our Weekend Wellness sponsors and supporters, funders and volunteers, and our Weekend Wellness warriors who continue to work tirelessly every day to make sure our families are fed.
Now, let's check out what the club does and how your support is making a difference in a child's life.
This year was unlike any year that the club had experienced before. But one thing remained the same. That's our commitment to our youth. Here's Teen Center Coordinator Alex Ryan with more about what the club does every single day.
The Boys and Girls Club is an after-school program. We have a variety of different programs, including arts, athletics, and academics for our members from ages 5 through 18. Our goal with every member that comes in the building is to have them be a productive, caring, and positive member of society. So we do that with a variety of different programs, not just our College Bound program, but also Career Bound and our leadership programs such as Keystone and Torch Club that help our members become a part of our community as well as our club. What we do here matters because they're going to have an impact on the community around them. Every member that comes in has an impact on the members that follow. Every year, we want to make sure that our members are having a positive impact on the younger members and their peers as well, so that they can help kind of create the community that they want to be a part of and go out into the world a better person. I've been at this Boys and Girls Club for over 15 years. I've seen it change and become a completely different place from when I first started. One of the things that I love about working here is seeing those old members be able to come back and have that impact and know that they have a legacy of what's been happening here at the club that's contributed to the positive impact that our members currently have. If you're considering giving to an organization, I would highly suggest the Boys and Girls Club of the LA Harbor. This is the philanthropy of my choice. I've given more than just money, obviously. I've given a lot of time, many years to this organization because I really believe in the mission statement. I really believe in the impact that we have on our members on a daily basis. And it's extremely rewarding organization that shows the impact that you can have on a community through day-to-day interactions and working with our kids.
All of our youth development professionals work hard every day to ensure that our youth have a pathway to success. This past school year, the club was able to serve over 3,700 kids thanks to the dedicated staff and board at the Boys and Girls Clubs of the LA Harbor. Let's hear from board member Lee Williams about why it was so vital that the club stayed open during this time.
Hello, I'm Lee Williams. I am currently on the board of directors with the Boys and Girls Club of LA Harbor, and I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about why it was so important for the Boys and Girls Club to remain open during those, the darkest of the 18 months of the pandemic, right? So for a lot of these kids, the continuity of being able to go to a space and to have those interactions with other kids, to be able to develop and to have that continuity in education was deeply important. The Boys and Girls Club has been essential in giving these kids the interaction and the ability to develop as mature young adults as they progress through the pandemic. For a lot of kids, this was a snapshot. The pandemic started and they stopped developing. But for the Boys and Girls Club kids, these kids were able to continue their trajectory and their maturity and developing as young adults during the pandemic. That's one of the most essential things, and why your contributions mean so much to these kids is you're allowing them to continue to move forward, to continue to strive higher, and to continue to develop into the people that they're destined to be. I'm a direct product of the adults that intervened in my life as I developed, and I think that my participation on the board with the Boys and Girls Club gives me an opportunity to help with the trajectory of other young adults. And so it's an honor to be a part of such an amazing organization that's allowing these kids to be all that they're meant to be.
Every day, the staff and community come together to serve our youth. Let's hear from one of our high school members, Alyssa, as to what it meant to her to be part of this club.
One of my favorite programs at the club was Arts Academy. It was a great way to interact with others who shared a passion for either art, music, visual arts, and just interact with each other and enjoy it. And it just helped me bring out a side of me that I never knew I had. And I got to share that passion with my friends, and we just made some great music with it. Another great program that truly has shaped me as a person and as a leader is Keystone Leadership. And I started when I was a sophomore, second semester. I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't participate that often, but the advisor, Alexander Ryan, he really, just motivated me and told me, I can do it, and that maybe just take small steps toward getting more involved in the club. And eventually I became more outgoing, and I was always pitching ideas, expressing what I wanted to do, always eager to help with whatever activities and events we were doing. And all that hard work got me voted as the Keystone President my last year, senior year. And it's been great. I've gotten to meet so many other people that I know will help me in the future, not only leadership-wise, but I know I've created some great friendships, and I know that I can reach out to them whenever I need anything in the future, especially since a lot of them are already out of high school and in college and already, exposed to the life that I'm going to be experiencing soon. The club does amazing things for kids all over the country, and even locally they help so many kids. And none of this would really be possible without, support. And it's just a great way to support kids like me to pursue higher education. It just shows us that you believe in us, and that we begin to tell ourselves that we believe in ourselves also. So it just means a lot that the support from all of you guys, it's just amazing.
As the world begins to gain some sense of normalcy, the club strives to serve even more youth as they navigate this challenging new world. It is our hope that in the months ahead, our kids are prepared to take on any obstacle they encounter, and our kids know that their club will be here to support them every step of the way.
I like doing art at the club. The club is fun because I get to go to new places I've never been before.
I like the club because we all get to meet a bunch of new people. We all play sports together.
I have made lifelong friendships at the Boys and Girls Club. The club has helped me become a leader in my club and my community.
Without the club, I wouldn't know where I would be.
You can help more kids succeed this school year. To learn more, go to www.bgc.la.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope to see you again next year in person. Thanks, everyone.